Good. While we are waiting for a few more people join us here in Zoom and in our YouTube broadcast, I will guide you a little bit on what we are going to talk today in general. Of course, in a few minutes, I will do the general presentation of myself and what we're going to talk today about. But in general, the topic of our conversation today is how to create the long-lasting and strong brands for real estate developers in Dubai, in the Middle East region. My name is Valeria Timotievich. I'm the marketer with 10 years of experience of creating brands in very different categories, starting with the baby food, ending with petrol stations, national telecom companies, and of course, real estate developers. I was growing my expertise mostly on the side of the agencies, but in general, I started my career as a financial expert in the Big Four in the KPMG. So when I'm working with my clients, when I'm working with category, my main goal is to translate the approach and the business goals of the clients and the companies through their marketing instruments, and specifically through the branding instruments. So today, what we will do, we will examine in general the concept of creative instruments and creative strategies on how they should work in general. And also we will have a look at some examples how the strategies are implemented in Middle East, in Dubai market, and how they are working across the globe. Because I think what will be most important for you in the next maybe around 1 hour is to understand the helicopter view, why the investment, and I'm pretty sure that branding and communication should be considered as investment. It's important, and it's your long-term like solution, and the business investment and need, why it's important, and also why how this like helicopter view will go into details, and we will go from the top level to the down level solutions and implementation of your work. So let's start. I will share the slides now, and we will go through them, and I will show you some cases and methodology how the greatest companies should work. So let's start. Okay. Again, my name is Valeria Timotievich. I'm the CEO of marketing agency Volta Buro. We are specialized in marketing for real estate brands, as I already said, but I will repeat it for the guys who just joined us on all the platforms. I have 10 years in marketing. I'm living last 3 years in Dubai. If you would like to share your thoughts, you can scan my my Instagram, and I highly recommend you to follow me on the Instagram, because I pretty often share my expertise in some interesting cases from Dubai and international market. So it will be a big inspiration for you as well. I was working on multiple projects around the world. Let's have a look at the brief show reel of what we've done before. I will guide you on the main experiences and brands that we've created. So what mainly means to create a strong brand in general? It means that you are creating a distinctive brand assets in the mind of your consumer. It means that you're creating identity, you're making the visual style, you're creating the visuals, you're creating the messages, and this is what we are working with. So what we are doing, we are creating the communications and we are creating the meanings that our audiences, if we are working with agencies mainly, or we are working with investors. So we create the assets which your audience have to memorize and understand, and later these assets have to become your instruments for the sales and for the conversion. So what we've done, we did the communication, we did branding, we did marketing materials, websites, but what is important, and I recommend you to focus on this on every project that you're working with, all the companies on the projects, all the communications are to be very consistent. So the main idea which I would like to remember after this 1 hour of this webinar is the necessity to keep the brand idea as the central heart of your company and your brand. And this consistency is your key to the marketing success. Even if you don't have a huge budget, but you have very bright, very smart marketing and communication idea, you will succeed. Of course, the bigger the budget is better, the better you are communicating with your sales team. It will mean that you will do the better business. But in general, it's crucial to keep the strong idea. And this is the idea and the creative approach to these ideas. It's probably the most important and also the most difficult part of the marketing communication. Later, these ideas are implemented into different communication channels. So what I'm suggesting for you to do now, in next maybe 1 hour, you will have a lot of materials that you can make a picture of. You can share these materials, your thoughts and the feedbacks on the social media. Tag our Instagram profiles like Valeria Tima, it's my personal and expert profile, and the Volta Buro, the agency I'm leading. And in exchange of this text and social media, we will send you our checklist on how your marketing materials have to be done regarding the design to get the best result. So please consider this option. So again, our marketing agency is focused on marketing communication for real estate companies, for developers, and everything which is connected to the spaces and places where people live, where they enjoy the life, like Horeca, all this kind of stuff. It's about us because we have big expertise in that, and it's important in this category to be very thoughtful and to create and think about a lot of details. So let's start. While I will proceed, I will kindly ask you to share your background in the chat. We will see it in the YouTube and in here in Zoom as well. So maybe later we can communicate better and I can provide you the better answers on the Q&A stage. Just share your name, your maybe location. Are you from Dubai or you're from any other location, and which type of company and the company name, so we can proceed with that. Now, I would like to start with the general understanding and providing you the argumentation why now is the most important time to work with your communication and the marketing. Because what I hear all the time, like, Valeria, we have troubles with the sales. That is why, Valeria, please help us with the lead generation. But what is important, it's crucial to look much deeper on the picture of the market in general. So what we are seeing now in Middle East, in Dubai, in Saudi, actually as well, like, we are seeing that a lot of new projects are coming. And we understand that actually the numbers of global investors is pretty limited. Of course, it correlates with different size of international conflicts, financial markets, etc. But again, competition is rising, the numbers of investors is more or less stable. So what I see now, a lot of developers, a lot of agencies, the price per cost of the lead is like rising enormously. Meanwhile, the new projects are coming, and most of these projects are coming with very basic and very copy-pasted approach to marketing and communication, which means that later they will have to spend more on lead generation or on the commissions to the real estate agencies or any other not very effective marketing activities. So that's why, like, I understand that a lot of people that saying like, oh, for example, Dubai market is very nice right now, like everybody is selling out like very fast. But the fact is that a lot of quite high positioned C-level people are saying, okay, this is like this right now. But we don't know what will be next year or year after that. Yeah, we are expecting that everything's going to be good and the price will rise and the people and the investors will come, but nobody has a guarantee. So my approach and the position that we are recommending is to be prepared for the negative scenarios and think about the budget optimization and the long-lasting brand building right now. And today, actually, we will think how to do that. So what is happening? Like, we are getting a lot of different and mixed signals about the for example, market in Dubai. For example, I had this like the message from my friendly developer from it's not Dubai project, but it's not far from Dubai, and it's really enormous one. So they spent almost 2 million dirhams on maybe around 5-6 very expensive holders on the Sheikh Zayed, and not only Sheikh Zayed, but they got only 17 calls out of that. 17 calls and absolutely zero sales. Or the developer from which is based in Abu Dhabi, but they are actually like working and building internationally. Like, for some of the campaigns, the cost per lead is now getting to $300 per lead. So these kind of numbers are absolutely shocking, and this is the result of absolutely crazy approach when developers are trying to push the sales as much as possible, but they do not have time and the specialized and the expert people to do the background marketing activities, which actually have to decrease the general cost per lead. So role of the brand is to help you sell. And the role of the marketing manager and the director of the developer is actually do this high quality merge between the marketing team and marketing materials and all the ecosystem of communication that you have with your sales team, which is actually happening not very often, because what I see pretty time after time, that between the marketing team and the sales team, there are a lot of conflicts. But this is political stuff which is has to be managed. Another one negative scenario, like for all the developers now in the market, is that we are having it's not a fighting, but it's not positive tendencies coming to the market. Like, do you know how many launches we had during the spring season? Does anybody have this kind of numbers? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, somebody from the YouTube is writing me that we had around 15 launches every week. So this is like half official statistics from Dubai Land department, and some statistics from some huge agencies. I think, and I had a lot of information that this autumn will be even more hotter. So expectations of the market is rising. So we have to be prepared to fight for every lead. So now in the market, we have very typical situation which is happening to almost every market, which is more or less full of the products and projects. Dubai real estate developers, companies, they are creating, usually they are, as I already told, usually they are creating very typical products. Yeah, like for example, tower with a basic set of amenities, more or less like average quality. Sometimes they are adding some high quality additions to the projects, and that's it. When you're having this like hundreds of typical projects on the market, there is only two strategies how any product have to get the bigger market share. You either can go to the price reduction, which is actually the good strategy, and it's working with a lot of developers on Dubai market. And I will explain like later how it's working. Or you're working and going into the direction of rising the value of your product. So here you're having these two ways on which you can move. The one specifics about the strategy of the low price is the fact that this niche of low price projects, it's very narrow. And the point is that you have to offer the cheapest option on the market, then you can succeed and you can be like stable high revenue company in this niche. So everybody is doing the copy of everything that they are doing. They are getting the low price projects, and they are doing the good business for that. The typical company which is working by this strategy is the reportage from Abu Dhabi, which are having very affordable projects in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, internationally. They have projects in Turkey and the other countries, and they are doing fine, and they are working in a bulk. So I will even introduce you some of the brand attributes which I saw on the on some of the exhibitions and the sales offices that are visited. So, for example, if we are looking at their sales center on this video, you will see now that the space of the sales center is pretty cluttered. So they have a lot of models. They don't have a lot of space for the investors. So this is a typical situation when you are the company very budget wise on your sales experience, materials, etc., to provide the lowest price for the project. Just have a look, just to understand the environment. So you see, the corridors between this models is very small, and all the agents are working remotely. And of course, if we are going to their exhibition area, they're constantly offering a lot of price offer, discounts, and etc., which is typical where you're having low budget project. And in the very end, they have a very amazing business results. But again, they are not pretending to be a super luxury developer. Sometimes they, in my humble opinion, they do some kind of mistakes and try to say that they're luxury. But I think investors in the very end understand that this is not luxury projects at all. So this strategy of the low price, it's a very good strategy, and I really recommend it. If the business owners do not have a very huge ego. So if you're doing the business for the money, and you're not very interested into I'm building some exclusive project somewhere in best location, so please go through it, and we as an agency can help you to bring this brand. But there is also another strategy, and almost all developers in Dubai are trying to follow this strategy, is a strategy of value building. So everybody's trying to go to this strategy, but not everybody is succeeding. Because what means the value? Value, it means that you are creating the unique product offers, you are creating the unique product experience, emotions, you are providing some image, or you're solving some specific tasks which are important for your audience. The problem is that I would say in my vision, 80% of the current market are still copying the value of each other. So there is not a lot of really distinctive companies on the market which really can do the value. For example, Ellington, for me, it's a very good example of the company which is well trusted. They have a very nice brand. They have very good marketing materials. They try to do some communication stuff. And also, Like all the agents which I like, I was with whom I was talking about this developer, they're saying like, yeah, the quality of Ellington is a very high level. So when everything is done top notch, it's good. But when you're still trying to do some extra value, but in the very result you're still copying the values and the product offers of other developers, you are starting to fall into mediocre position. So again, my point about the meeting today is to you as a company owner or the marketing manager or the sales manager, your goal is to find these unique values in product, in communication, in how your sales experience or is organized, in how you work with your investors, how you work with your agencies. So later you can rise this value and get the extra margin, because here you're getting the extra margin, here you're doing some extra volume, so you have bigger numbers here of your revenues through the numbers of units, here through the extra check that you're adding to your unit. So yeah. So how the value have to work? Value have to work again through the brand, through the product specification. That which kind of features does your project have? How uniquely they are branded? Which kind of service you are providing on them during the sales of your project, which kind of unique specifications and services your audience are getting after the handover. For example, we will have a look at the Aldar projects later, which kind of sportsmen are or like for example fitness gurus are taking care about the people which are living in the Athlon project, for example, or for the Saadiyat island in Abu Dhabi, which kind of amenities they will have if they will buy a project or the unit in art house. So these kind of handovers, post-handover services are also important, and they're impacting the value. And all this kind of stuff is so important, not because they are making the sales faster, but because we have these like proven numbers that if you are doing the right branding, of course you have minimum +7% of better price margin on your project. And everybody knows that now this branded residences is a big trend in Dubai, but in general in the Emirates, and we know that of course they are giving you the better marketing result. So I would like to talk about why the brands are important. In general, when the people were living thousands years ago, they were living as the through, and they were transferring the information about the about the rules how to live through the legends. They were transferring the information and guidelines how to solve the different life situations through some legends, stories, myths, and other like non-written rules which were defined by the I don't know this word, by the rulers, right? Now in the modernity, like brands, they do guide people how to live. if we look at the communication of the greatest companies, for example, here we are having the Maserati. They are delivering us the story of the lifestyle, of the rules, how you should look like, what you should wear, which kind of ladies you have to have, which kind of locations, and the lifestyle. So from the perspective of the consumer, we are telling him how to live his life. But from the perspective of from the brand, what we are making we are trying to make their life easier. So we are providing them the solution to explain them how to make them kind of decision. That's why when we are looking at some like traditional explanations of what is a brand, like in general, it doesn't matter about if it is real estate or it's about the consumer brands like Coca-Cola. Brand is a set of some kind of associations and attributes which we are having. For example, about the Coca-Cola, it's unique shape, it's the Santa Claus costume. Maybe you remember this, some kind of music jingles, which are popular next to around the New Year. So all these associations are all created for you to understand that you, in some usage occasions, you have to buy Coca-Cola. For real estate, of course, it will not be the same. But the point is to create the perception and the mind structures in the head of your audience, that if they have some kind of need and the request to the world, to the investments, they have to go for you. They have to call and say, yeah, I need the project from Reportage because I have very small budget and I don't care about some kind of maybe risk, or I don't care about the quality of the project. Or no, like if I want to buy something sophisticated and high quality, so for example, later I can live in it. So then in this case, I have to go to the Ellington, also because they are providing high level of customer service in my investment way. So these mental structures is the goal of a good marketing manager in your team or the agencies which are working with you. It's the easiest explanation of how people have to make their decision. But what is here important? The brand and perception of the brand is created in your is created around your brand, like anyways. Doesn't matter if you're like managing this project, this process, or you're just doing your everyday, like only, like for example, the constructions, the planning stuff, and then the sales stuff. Like your brand is created anyways. The only difference that if you don't control this process, then your brand is created chaotically, and the perception, which is probably should be desirable for you. For example, you want to create the higher level perception of the company, which people should trust, that it will not create by itself without any kind of proper communication and support. So if you want to grow long term, you have to take care about this process and control, because otherwise you will just get the mess which is controlled by your sales team, and it will be the glass ceiling for you later when you will want to expand. So what is here important? Do your strategy, understand what is the strength of your project, of your development, of your real estate agency, for example. and then plan how to communicate it through the marketing materials, through the sales experience, and etc. Because the brand and communication works through like dozens, absolutely like dozens of different tiny touch points, which have to be managed properly. You can even do the print screen of this page, and later use it as a checklist for you. Did your marketing manager or your manager or whoever is responding to your project, if they already thought about it, if they put the right approach, for example, into their loyalty program, or did they do the right marketing materials in the social media, and etc. So in general, if we are talking about the marketing strategies, they are typical 5 marketing strategies you can try to work with. It's a strategy of the leadership, the followership, differentiation, getting into the niche, and to challenging the market. Starting with the first one. Strategy of the leadership, specifically in Dubai market, can be taken and already is taken for, of course, few leader and government-owned companies. The rest of the market, we will see it later, are trying to go for the follower strategy. It is when you're trying to be like a leader, but with your kind of vision on, for example, sometimes the price point, sometimes about the quality, sometimes about the service. Different tries, but again, they're maximally trying to copy the leaders. Differentiation model. Differentiation model, it's when you are creating absolutely something which is standing out of the market, and you are trying to create some unique values which are not very similar to the leaders and the followers. For example, one of the developers, it's Revolution with the project of Ava. It's a good example of this kind of strategies. So they have the projects which look like Avatar movie, very green, a lot of spiritual stuff which is added to the project. A very interesting concept, but you have to find the right audience for it. Also, there is a niche strategy where you can you have very narrow segment of your audience, of your investors, and you create very specific and very wide range of services and the values which are provided to them. The good example is Omniyat, with absolutely high top level quality of delivery services. They are branded with this Dorchester collection and etc. I think that if you are from Dubai market, you know very well the strengths of this developer. The last one strategy, the challenger, it's not very much related to the real estate developers. Actually, it's, for example, for the for example, I can provide you the reference from the fashion world. It can be, for example, Balenciaga, yeah, which is pushing back all the standards of the luxury fashion, which is sometimes are provoking everybody and trying to sometimes look like act weird. Here in real estate, we don't. I haven't seen brands like this, but actually, I would like to try to work this kind of strategy maybe someday with some of the developers. It might work very well on the cluttered market which we are having now. Let's examine some of the cases and my personal, I can say, prognosis about it. So with the leadership strategy, of course, we are having the best example of the leadership. It's, of course, the MR case. On the market, there can be only maybe 1 to 3 leaders which are leading the category, and they are defining the standards, right? For example, the MR is creating the standards about the quality, about the spaces, about the how the communication is done, and etc., about the scale in general. But every position of the leader, it's actually sometimes can be fragile, because for the leader, it's very important to be all the time to challenge themselves. Because, for example, I hope that I will not have problems later with this kind of communication, but let's see. For example, when I'm talking to some agencies now, they are saying that, of course, yes, MR is the absolute leader of the category, but they sometimes have some issues with the quality. Or, for example, I was on some of the presentations of their projects in spring, and I saw that the level of presentation and how it was done graphically, it was I would say very basic. They had some kind of mistakes. It was done very non-professionally, not aesthetic at all. It looked actually cheap. And I understand that they are working on such a flow of the event projects, etc. So they don't care. They think that everybody will come and buy everything anyway. But it's a very tricky situation, actually, because there is some kind of risks that someday, of course, now they're having this top level of position, like Emar, Azizi, Damak, they are having the very good numbers of sales. By the way, as you see, reportages are having also very nice numbers, but of course, they're having a less margin on it. But anyway, you see on the previous year, they had amazing numbers of the volumes that they did. Of course, reportage will never jump over the MR on the numbers of sales. But when you are having hundreds of developers which are coming and growing their portfolio, and they are starting to bite your market share, it can be dangerous in the long term. Of course, we understand about the government rulership and the monopoly and etc., etc. But I'm telling you now about the big strategic moves. you as a marketing manager or the CEO, you have to look forward and to understand that it's necessary to do the right planning and create the marketing assets and communications and the sales experience and the distinctive bright products to have a long-term effect, because marketing is going up and down. Like this down, it will come anyway. Like it's just a question of time. Maybe not next year, maybe not the year after that, but maybe something will happen in 3 years and we will have a trouble. So you have to be prepared. What about the companies which are working on the strategy of the followers? We have some July statistics about sales from Property Monitor without the master developers, and we see that the top company regarding the sales are Bengati, Iman, Object, Ellington, Danube, Pantheon, the Mac Properties, and the Leos. So these guys all many of them are trying to play the role of like affordable luxury in a lot of different variations of communications and product offers. And I would like to examine with you the case of, for example, one of my favorite, actually quite small developers, but they are growing quite not rapidly, but extensionally, right? Like in a high tempo. For example, I was in their sales office, it seems to me, in January. They had a few projects already sold. I think they had only 5 projects done. Now they are having around 10 projects already done. But what we've seen that they already did a few sales offices booked and rented out in the Dubai Hills area with a nice design, with a lot of models, with a very nice thoughtful experience, with the coffee zones, with the nice marketing materials. And we already see that I made this picture maybe one week ago, that they only after their 10th project, they started to do the outdoor campaign to promote their brand. Of course, it's also about them. It's also about the budget, because we understand that outdoor campaigns on the Sheikh Zayed are super expensive. But just now they understand that they have budget and the need for that to buy the outdoor on Sheikh Zayed, and they have budget to rent the La Perle show to make the new presentation of One Sky Park, which they did just yesterday. So with a nice, very with very nice invitation materials for the brokers. Another one strategy I already announced is this kind of niche developers, when you have very narrow segment and you have very good product offer for them. Here is this example of Omniad. Another brand which is working in this is like Rolls-Royce. But what is super important when you're following this strategy? You have to work only inside of this segment. If you're working with ultra luxury projects on the Palm or in Business Bay, like work with it. Don't go for like for a project somewhere in, I don't know, GVC or somewhere in the back of the Maidan or somewhere. Like keep the clarity of your offer, because if you will start to jump from another location to another, do the different variation specifics, you will decrease the value of what you are doing, and it will be the start of the brand. So regarding the differentiated brands and the product offers, this is the territory where you have to work with. So whether you are trying to beat something from MR, or you're trying to take something from, I don't know, Damac or any other companies, you have to define like why you are existing, why you're doing this business, what unique features you're providing to your audiences. And here I will show you some examples which our team done before. For example, a few years ago, we did very differentiated and very vivid brand for one of the European family-oriented communities. The project was the project is called La La Land, and here we created the positioning for them, that this community it's like a small town in a big city where adults feel young and kids feel like adults. So basically the idea of the project was that we are creating the huge playground for the parents and the kids to enjoy their life. Of course, the brochures, as you see them, are like looking absolutely like typical. Yeah, we are having here the floor plans. We also had their like renders. Don't look at them; they're so ugly because the project is quite old. But anyway, the base of the project is done. The question is how you wrap it up into the communication and into the marketing material. So we here made some outdoor campaigns which were looking like Lego look like stuff. Or we made some very playful business cards for the sales team. Also, some marketing, the guerrilla marketing materials were done, that we did this childish look like asphalt decorations like kids do on the in the city area. So you see, you take the background of your project and add some meanings and the values to it, and you're providing some reasons for people to invest into it, because it is built on the very insightful stuff that people, okay, they're living their life, but they want to do this playful. So creative approach and this creative strategy is later helping your sales team to promote the project. So that's why, like, do not do not create boring projects. Find your distinctiveness. And when you are working with the brands, with communication, with the project, think about what kind of, how you respond to these kind of questions. Who are we? What we are promising to people? Are we making the community for them to recharge after the long run during the daytime, or we are creating the place where they can do their best vacation? or making the place where people can grow their kids in the sustainable and eco-friendly environment. What is the value? So there might be a lot of opportunities to examine. The most important, one of the most important things here is, how do you prove it? It's not enough to give some kind of it's not enough to give only some kind of like words and promises. Which kind of solid proofs your hand, which kind of amenities, of services, of the physical attributes you are providing those to these people? I will explain it later. Question, like how people will feel when they will visit that place, and maybe in the future, or how they feel when they will interact with your sales team. If your sales team is linked emotionally to your brand, if you're elevated, sophisticated, is your team is elevated, sophisticated? Believe me, I've saw hundreds of sales, okay, not hundreds, dozens of sales teams, and it's very often that the sales team do not represent the values and the ideas that the company is standing for, and this gives you pushback in your sales. And the last one, but this stands for in general the communication which you are having in different channels. What kind of story you are telling? What kind of marketing materials? Are you having the brand video? Are you having the videos from your sales team which are like explaining the project, not only walk through the sales experience center, but what kind of do you tell the story about the founder of the company, about how you build the projects itself, which kind of materials you are using, like what you communicate, except the sales brochure. This is very important on the long run. Yes, of course, like market is very nice now, and everybody like is buying everything, but music will stop. And if you're playing long run, you have to think about this question. So please make the screenshot and keep it in your mind when you're working on the project. Because in the very end, how you have to answer on these questions, you have to consider three key areas. The areas of how the market operates, and who is your main competitors, and what they are offering, about the price point, about the product features and amenities, and etc. What's about your consumer? And here it's important to understand the consumer can be the agent. If you are referring to the your as a developer goal is to grow a maximum number of agents now, like grow your network, which kind of insights about the investor, about the agents you are having, and what kind of insights you're having about the investors. So the consumer truth from agent side and from the investor side, and the truth about your company, like why you're building, like why you started this business, why your boss started this business. It's is it only about the money, or it's kind of maybe it's about the heritage? Then what do you mean the heritage? Or you're so sometimes there is like visionary companies which want to create some long-lasting impact. So on the intersection of this truth, you have to build your idea, and to understand that in your communication, in sales, and etc., you have to prove your idea, not only about the words, but also on the product itself. And for example, I will show you the example of my favorite projects and not projects, developers, and how they prove their values. It's Shoba. In my LinkedIn, in my Instagram, on by this link, you can find the videos of how we make the video excursion and the video like review of Shoba sales office and the sales experience center. And you can see that they're doing a lot of communication about how they started. So this amazing man, how he started this business, what is important for him, how they are building their project. So you will see a long walk through, which took me maybe around 20 minutes, where they explain how they actually built, what kind of materials they are using. They are having these concrete bricks over there. They are having the pieces of the glass, or the pieces of the furniture, or the pieces of pipes over there, to explain that the project that we are meticulously create, it really, we are making them in a very high level. And for example, here you can see the picture of a guy from Germany explaining the workers on how to make the pavement. So if you know, the key message of Shoba is the art of details. So there in their sales experience center, they are showing how they do care about the details. And later, when you're proceeding to the sales part of the sales area, you can see, of course, the typical models. You can see the brand attributes, like they bought this, like they're sponsoring the Arsenal, etc. So, but this is just the branding sparkles. But the main sales, like the sales willpower will create here. Well, when the investor or the agent, they will come and they will see, oh yeah, this is how they prove. So again, you can see the videos here in the Instagram. Please spend your time. It's really worth to understand the level how to do it. Because Shoba is, for me, it's a very nice example of the company which is doing the right stuff. Meanwhile, almost all the rest of the market are doing the very typical stuff, and they are just saying and communicating on the territory of let's say, so like luxury. Give me 1 second, I will turn on the light. So what kind of communication is typical on the Dubai market? I think that you're aware of it, but I want to have a look at it from another angle. So the brand territory of luxury is super overused in Dubai. You see luxury apartments, Italian beauty, luxury within every detail. The point is that we now just removed all the brand mentionings from these screens, and it means that actually the value of every this project is a bit devaluated, because this kind of communication, it creates a mess. like if everybody is telling luxury, 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 so then how the developer actually, how the investor actually will understand if this project, if luxurious, it just messes up everything for the sales and for the companies itself. Because if you now look at all this screens that I've done and all the pictures that I've did for example, in Miras sales center here, like Bulgari, immerse yourself in the pinnacle of luxury living. Okay, we understand that, okay, yes, of course, Bulgari is a luxury brand which is bought by Miras, and they can say something about the luxury. But for example, if for example, this one, luxury within every detail, this is a part of Tiger campaign. Like how people will understand that this project is actually luxurious, like only about the set of the perks which investors are having from this. So for example, Peace Homes, they have a partner with the Jason Derulo, and they have this message like "Live luxury, be my neighbor." So if you are creating the new brand now in a Middle East market, I'm really suggesting you not to use word luxury, like, because the point is the people's mind and the brain are working the way that we are very limited about the thought that we are having about any brand. So if you will force them to remember that you are luxury, it will just create a non-distinctive asset in their mind. And when this investor, for example, will want to buy something luxurious, they probably will go for the project which is more popular than yours. So please do not fight for this territory. I have like dozens of requests from the new developers, and this is one of the first like thoughts that they're having. Yeah, we are having these plots on Dubai Island, and we are willing to be like communicate that we are luxurious, but it's a trap. It's the easier way because like you understand how to communicate luxury. So you have to find another value and another territory, another meanings to promote yourself. It's challenging, but this is what has to be done. Because like, let's not talk even about the real estate category. Let's talk about the first category, which was working with luxury. Let's talk about the fashion companies. Louis Vuitton, I don't remember how old they are, maybe around 200 of years. Have you ever seen that Louis Vuitton in their commercials, in their advertisement, told that they are a luxurious brand? In my memories, in last 20 years, they didn't do that. They are just our luxurious brand. And the luxuriousness is can be understood by three parameters. It's a very basic one. It's about the price point, it's about the craftsmanship, and the attention to details. Of course, if you are Omniad and you are having the apartments which are starting with 20 million dirhams, when the developer, like when the investor hears this kind of price, they start to understand, okay, yes, definitely this is luxurious. But when the developer, when the investor hears like, yeah, we are projects from GVC and we have one bedrooms starting with 800,000 dirhams, and we're also luxurious. Like, if I would be smart investor, I would be like a little bit concerned, because something I would be I would be surprised, and I thought maybe it's some kind of trick, or where do I don't get enough of the value. So the price point is the first one of the criteria of the luxury. And sometimes, like, developers, for example, like Bengati with their branded residences for the Mercedes or something like new that they are launched, they are doing the good job with the price, but they are falling and missing the point um, with the two other points, with the craftsmanship and with the attention to details. So craftsmanship, it's when you do some unique products, features which are unique for this project. For example, in case of Mira real estate, yeah, they like Mira developments. They are doing this. They have the strategy of creating only the branded residences. They have this Trussardi. They are having this. Some kind of luxury automotive. I just forgot it. Bentley. Oh my God, Bentley. So this kind of very nicely crafted stuff. But again, if you're crafting something unique, you have to understand that this kind of craftsmanship has to be valuable for your audience. Because from about the Mira, I heard some feedbacks that, for example, the agents are discussing the Mira developer and the Bentley projects among each other, and the guy thought, okay, what is so special about this Bentley villas? And yeah, they are having the sofas which are branded by Bentley, and so what? Like, so it's very narrow wheel of some kind of wheel and the value, which is which is interested for a very narrow segment of the people. So again, do your craft work. Maybe this craftsmanship, it can work about the, I don't know, maybe the art approach of your project. Maybe you're working with some brands or any other stuff, but it has to be done. And the attention to details, it's about the quality. Yeah, for example, the Shoba, they're also having this communication on the outdoor. I don't have it here, but every detail crafted to the perfection. So they are very attentive to the details, and it means that they are very into the quality of their project. Though Shoba, they even do not have to tell to their audience that they are luxury. So they don't have to spend the marketing and the media budget on this kind of stuff, which is wise, because they are creating the mind structures and in the heads of their audience about quality, about the art of details, about the sophistication, elevation, and as a result, they have very nice business. So again, if you are starting a new project and you're on the development company, please don't go for the luxury. Just if you want to work in the high level segment, like, prove it. Create the sites of the features that will talk for themselves. And one of the tendencies on the market, which we are having now, is that they are like dozens of some kind of tendencies, but I want to highlight these three. It's about the brand territories which are now popular. This is the territories of wellness, of the lifestyle, and of the sustainability. Actually, my probably favorite one is the wellness, and according to the many international luxury trend reports, which are explaining how the general luxury category is working, not only with real estate. So a lot of trend reports are stating that wellness is a new luxury, because the question of the quality of the life is very depends on the health and the like quality of life itself, like not only to be healthy but also to be strong and to be balanced in your life. And also the lifestyle category, maybe you've seen a lot of developers already trying to communicate on this territory. For example, Ellington on their outdoor campaigns are saying that they are lifestyle developer. MENA sometimes have it on the outdoors. So it's all like lifestyle developer. It's a new luxury developer on this market. But it's important that if you're stating that you're a lifestyle developer, like explain what kind of lifestyle, so people can understand, because again, lifestyle is a very blurry words. And the sustainability, we will examine it now, but in general, I understand that you might already understand what I'm talking about. Regarding the lifestyle developers, this one project from Aldar, which I like, not only because the project itself, the product is amazing, but because they explained what kind of lifestyle you will get in. Do you remember with what I was started with, which kind of message I started my speech today? We as an agency, we as a brand, we are creating the explanation for people, for them how to live. We are creating this beautiful videos, for example, ladies opening the door, entering the lobby, where girls are smiling, some people are playing the guitars, like guitars violence, all the board games. So this is the this is basically the seduction. The brand is seducing that you will have this beautiful look at the Guggenheim. And actually, few years ago, Aldar even had the brand video where they made a video where girl is waking up in the morning in her bed, and she stands up, and surprise, she was sleeping, and the bed was positioned under the roof of Louvre, Abu Dhabi. So yeah, this is like a fantasy, but this kind of creative approach, they are creating the perception of the beautiful lifestyle in the audience, or in the head of your audience. Because, for example, this communication material, it works with for the investor, but this communication material, it works for the agent, because this is declaration which was put into the Aldar sales office a few weeks ago when they launched the project. So this is the area for photo shooting, or for the content making, where the agent can come and they can listen to the special playlist which was made for this project, for this event. And this kind of, or there is a bar again. This space is the office of sales office of Aldar in Dubai. They created this bar. They created this photo booth where you can make the pictures while you are waiting for the documents or something for the updates on the unit availability. So this also creates the experience for your actually primary audience, because for most developers in Dubai, the primary audience is the real estate agents. So you see this custom-made video, because this is the custom-made photo shoot and video shoot. It's not some kind of typical stock video, which is bought by 90% of Dubai developers. All of this creates the world of this project, and it creates the explanation why you should buy. Yes, of course, we understand that the Saadiyat Island, the price will rise, but why it will rise? Yeah, because we are having this Bilbao effect with all those museums. But anyway, so when our agencies, when Volta Buro is working on the brands, we are creating this universe for you. We are thinking what kind of values and perceptions and the message and the look and feel and the emotions people will have. If we are looking for this sophisticated violin stuff, or we are looking for some kind of SLS SLS vibe with the parties, with celebrations, with people having fun in Dubai. So all these are different brand territories which are important for you. One of the nice examples I wanted to share with you is the project that we did also a few years ago, when we did the branding and communication for the resort town, which is called Synergia City. And for them, we did the campaign, which was called like Dare to Escape, where the positioning of the project is a resort town next to the huge city, and you are falling from the skies of the gray city where you do your everyday work and business, and you are falling into the peaceful sanctuary of activities which have to help you to recharge after the difficult work time. And the approach to the outdoor campaigns, they are very straightforward, and they are providing the values which project is standing for. It's not about, it's not about showing the project render itself. Like people already saw it on the other materials. It's about showing which kind of values they will see. They will have the forest next to the project. They will have the bike lanes next to it. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you're from Dubai market, you've seen the acres campaigns, how they did it, like step out into the great outdoors. This is also with a beautiful lady walking through the majestic forest and enjoying the nature. This is the same, not about showing the renders and the floor plans or something like that. Meanwhile, I think you know how the main part of outdoors in Dubai in real estate looks like. Like, it's typical, like renders. And as a result, people are just getting blind. So again, here's the part about the outdoor and the marketing materials. And all the marketing materials, as you see, they are also quite as they are prepared for the audience, which are young families. You will see that they are pretty vivid and done in a minimalistic, stylish way. All the brochures and some gifts and the materials for the sales team to deliver the stuff. And for example, again, back to the Emirates market, like, for example, again, lifestyle brand by Athlon. Of course, they are showing the typical interiors, they are showing the beautiful renders, and they have very nice architecture approach and the green territory, which is a big value, but it's not unique. It's not unique and already for the market, because a lot of developers are launching the communities. What like unique values they are providing is, for example, the wide range of sport amenities which they are having in their project, and of course even in the renders you will see like the expression of this lifestyle. But also what they did, this like commercials, when they like bought celebrities from the sports to tell the story about the project. And what is nice, that actually these people, these celebrities, have a very strong reason to be in this project. Meanwhile, a lot of developers, for example, Shoba, they bought how it's called, Arsenal. But like, where is Arsenal? Where is the developer? It's not linked into it. Meanwhile, for Athlon, like, yeah, it's a perfect fit when you are buying um, the sportsman for this communication of this project. And they also offer some kind of very good services after the handover, like personal coach, all this kind of amenities. So you see here they are blending the lifestyle and emotional and the service part into their communication, like the message of the project, like first active living community. So this is not just kind of blurry life, like wellness or active lifestyle, like blurry lifestyle. It's very not a very straightforward position, which is amazing. For another our project that we did before, we had one beautiful gated community, which for which we made the positioning about the recharge. If you are living in the city and you're tired of the constant work, we as the gated community with luxurious villas providing you the recharge, which later in the branding, in the communication, was expressed in quite sophisticated and minimalistic visual style in communication, in social media, on the websites, and also in the set of services which were provided for the comfort and for the recharge of the evidence, like yoga or any kind of other stuff. Another one approach and example that was working, that is now like operating on the Dubai market, in this territory, it's like a brand of Ketura. And for example, Ketura Reserve, they are working on the middle of territory of sustainability and eco living. They are having the concept of I will say now it's called like I just lost the idea, but in general they are having the understanding biophilic design, the concept of biophilic design, which works in the like dozens of tiny and but very important features that they are having in their planning of the buildings, of the villas, etc. So it starts with how the project is done, how the products looks like, and later you can do some kind of nice marketing materials. Actually, they don't have a lot of marketing materials about the project, and I think it's a big miss from their side. But let's see, maybe we will work on it later. But again, they have the concept. They have some foundation to stand out on the market. Another one project that is maybe not so popular and very famous in Dubai, project in Dubai and in Emirates, but I think as a brand it works. It's very interesting. It's already a post handover project, I would say. It's Sharjah Sustainable City. And in general, like, of course, it's not super unique, but it's good that this kind of projects of sustainability, they have the proofs. For example, of course, they have you see here the hundreds of villas, but between them, they are having this of farming and gardening areas. They having this special greenhouses. They have the areas for green car charging, like a lot of areas for the green electric car charging. They are providing the master classes on the biodiversity, on the gardening, and etc. to the community. Also, they are planning to make the sustainability museum on the territory of their local school. So these kind of projects on the long run, they will be popular. And they will definitely find their audience, because they are providing the very clear explanation for the audience why you should buy. Not about the blurry, we are luxury, we are having something. No, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we are having branding 1, 2, 3, 4. We have this approach to the pictures and everything. That's why it's like, again, brand is the it's the help for you to sell. It's your instrument. So please use it. What are the typical mistakes that are made while you're working on the marketing and communication? Is when you're creating some kind of concept and later you are just failing to prove it. So you're saying that you're luxury, but actually you're not fitting into these 3 parameters, which I told. Again, it's a price point, it's attention to details, and it's craftsmanship. And the second part is when you're making marketing communication materials, but later you are failing on providing the assets to your sales team. So it happens pretty often that that marketing team are living in their universe, and they just provide the leads to the sales team, and the sales team are doing their own magic, and they try not to communicate too much and not to make any kind of conflicts. That's very a very fragile position. So sales, like marketing and sales materials have to be created together by 2 teams. Of course, the managers of the project and the responsibles are the marketing managers or the agency like ours. But anyway, like the quality of the materials has to be very high, and later they have to be provided to sales team, and the sales team have to provide the feedback on how the marketing materials are working, how the brochures are working, what is the quality of the leads that they are getting, are the investor or the agencies are understanding the values of the project, the features, and etc. Like what is the response? Yeah, so this kind of comprehensive approach to communication, it perfectly works on the level of the project, of the building, of the community, but it also works on the level of city or a destination, because in our experience, we had already few cases of the city branding and communication. I will show you now. For example, in Ukraine, there is one city which is called the Vinnytsia. It's super ancient. It's maybe 700 years old, and for now, Vinnytsia has 200,000 inhabitants into it. So they have a lot of heritage and cultural places into it, and it also has really a lot of universities and young people. So when the city came to our agency, they asked us to refresh their visual style and communication to keep their youth to stay into the city and not to move out nowhere. So that's why we created the very useful city branding for them. So before we redone this logo for them, I forgot how it's in English, this kind of element is called. It was very classical and with very basic elements, but we understood that the idea of and insight of these young people in this city, that they want to be there and they want to be heard about how the city will be developed. So we created the positioning for the city, for the concept how to be developed. So the positioning of this super ancient city is the city of ideas, which these young people can bring to the city hall, and they will be done, and they can see how their ideas are born and then how they impact into the city. So yeah, we did this concept of the city of ideas with unique fonts, with unique approach to the communication, and all this kind of wrap-ups is just it's just the visual part. But what is important is to give them the message, like the city of ideas, where you people can stay and live your life and understand that you are important. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Harold. Definitely, you have to provide them understanding what you're giving to them, and later you will do this graphic design. By the way, this font are like custom made by us. It's unique, and now it's used on all the outdoor cultural events. So people, when they drive through the cities, they understand that this kind of like very easily, that this kind of outdoor announcements, they are related to some kind of city events. So, and also it works even, we started even change the city navigation signs. Yeah, because absolutely, this is the same. If you go to, for example, Shoba Heartland area, you will see that the main fonts that they are using in the communication are the same that they are using for the as for the brochures and for the city navigation. So yeah, when you're working with communication, start with the meanings, and with all this kind of marketing materials, websites, social media, and etc. etc. So yes, from my side, this is it. I'm really appreciate for your time, and I hope that my webinar was useful for you. Please share your experience. We can, if you have any kind of questions, we can discuss and answer on them right now, or you can later write me in the on social media, or on the website. You can get some contact with through the email. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for the Harold. Thank you so much. I appreciate for your generous feedback. Again, if you're interested in getting our, let me remind you. If you are interested in getting our checklist, please tag us in social media, and we will be very happy to share with you our materials on how to create marketing materials that will deliver your thoughts. Good. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. Please, let's stay in touch, and see you soon on the other webinars by Volta Buro. Thank you. Bye.